Hey guys, I'm Zach, Sackton Homestead & Co. I got a lot of questions in the Boomtown owners community the other day about how we do our online training, and what we use for that. Excuse me, switch screens here. What we use for that, and so I wanted to give you guys a quick overview of what we have set up. It's kind of hard to give invitations to showcase the internal site or training page or training library if you're not inside our ecosphere, inside our organization. So I'm going to show you kind of what we have working here. First off, I'm going to show you the finished portion. I'm going to share my screen here. All right, there we go. And so this is what our agents can see once they have their homestead email address with our organization. So they can see this main page here. First thing we do is that we have our Yay Money, or that's where they submit a new contract, and the results of this get auto-populated into our big Google sheet that has our dashboard on it. We want to know, how much, what price is closing, what the commission is, what the lead source was, all that good stuff, and then we're able to track our forecast, our commissions and revenues through a Google sheet. The next thing we've got here is a quick purchase contract guide. This is super helpful especially for our newer agents. We just took a printout of all of our PDF of all of our purchase contracts and gave a quick checklist to show, hey, here's what you fill in the blank here, here's what you write there. It's a quick reminder, right? So if they don't always use certain loan types, each loan addendum is different, so a quick reminder of what to put where. Okay. Next, we've got our contract guides. This is the fully in-depth explanation of our purchase contract and all of our forms that we have in our market. So let's say I have an agent that has a question about clause or section number 3, right? On a purchase contract that's closing, funding, and possession. They can just click that, and they've got in layman's terms a big overview of what that clause in our contract means. This is something as a broker I wrote for our office, but if you're a high producing agent, you should be able to either write this. If you don't have this, let me know. We'll be happy to help you out. And if you are in our market in Oklahoma City metro area or anywhere in Oklahoma, I'm happy to get you on here so you can use ours as well. This is where you can give an overview of your purchase contract. Hey, write proposed closing date in blank 1. What are typical closings, right? Some certain things that you may want to make sure that's pointed out, right? Remember, all closings must be in the form of certified funds, right? Closing funds, right? So cashier's check, wire. Maybe that's the title company that's doing the closing. All right, quick reminders especially for new agents on all the detail pieces. So really powerful part of our training piece here. The next is they always have a link back to next here is they always have a link back to their onboarding packet. This is what they get on day 0 when they join our office. It talks about has our mission, our vision and values, our information here. It's probably a 45 or so page document with day 1 checklist, making sure you got all the paperwork done, what to do on week 1, and all that good stuff. So we do our orientations on Mondays at 9:30, right after our team meeting at 9. And so we'll probably spend about 2 hours going through this onboarding packet with each new agent when they come on. And then they're doing their Boomtown trainings on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday right after that. So start getting in the habit of getting up, going to work at 9 o'clock, or being in the office at 9 o'clock, which people coming from corporate, now they're self-employed, or maybe they have been independent contractors, had a lot of freedom, but they need to get back in the rhythm. It's a really great tool to use the team meeting on Mondays and then the Boomtown trainings on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to get that process of habit starting being built. The next line here is about trainings, and I want to jump onto the new agent training track first, right? This is what we want our new agents to go through a couple different times, each video a couple different times in their first few weeks. So the first one is an overview of our LP Mama. Second one is a deep dive into LP Mama. And for those of you guys that don't know what LP Mama is is what we use for our initial conversations with any prospective buyer. Stands for location, price, mortgage, location, price, motivation, agents, mortgage, and appointment, right? It helps you It's kind of a script, and it's kind of more of a talk track that helps you keep an organization to the conversation without sounding robotic, right, or scripted. We talk about our big four. You know what we do every time we touch a lead: the sample buyer consult, e-alerts in Boomtown, must watch. Sorry, seller closing costs, buyer closing costs. These are must watches. They have to understand the money. How to write an offer. This is huge. So each agent writes practice offer before they write their first offer, and they've got this video to help guide them through the process, right? Overview of Donaloop. We use Donaloop, deep dive on contracts, daily routines, an overview into MLS and Matrix, compliance, how to do repair requests, negotiations in depth. So how do those conversations work? How should we be setting client expectations? Tough conversations, contract and close guides, listing timeline, and prep. You know, how do we prep the listing? What do the timelines look like? How do we get the process going? Understanding affordabilities and the affordability index. I think that's super important for a new agent to start learning the numbers behind real estate, the language of real estate. Okay, so that's what's under the new agent training track. The next piece here, so let's say we have an existing agent. They just want to freshen up on some other training. We got broken into buyer training or listing or contracts or Boomtown. Back to new agents, general office how-tos, maybe something MLS specific. And one of our preferred lenders helps us by providing training here as well. This is some lending training provided by our lending partners. Okay. Our codes, covenants, restrictions page. So our big database for those HOA docs. When a contract changes or busts, or commission changes, we need to know about that so we can change our tracking. That's why we have this form there. Yeah, there's other things on here. Remember it's a work in progress, right? This is changing. We're adding to it every day. But anytime we do a new training, which it's much easier to do now because every time we do a new training, we're just either Zooming it as well as in person. And so it's really, really easy to capture and record all those trainings you're doing. So all we've done is, as we're doing trainings and training a new agent on something new, we'll just go and record that when we do it, and we'll post it to the internal site. So all these trainings are real live trainings with real life examples, which in our opinion helps stick with the agent a little bit more. Now, if you want to build one of these sites, you can, if you're a G Suite user or G Suite Workspace user, paid accounts, then this is included in your G Suite package. You can just go to sites.google.com right there, right? Sites.google.com, create your own, and it'll look something like this. And all you need to do is jump down below, and I can input any of these different layout options. I can input a layout here and add certain things. If I want to search for an image, I can select an image. I can go to Google image search and just type in fun. I don't know, make something fun. I got fun there. I have a document somewhere in my system. I'll store it on my Google Drive. Give a link back to that here, right? So I'm going to delete that off so I don't screw that up. Because that's it. This thing is super simple, super easy to use. And if you have any questions about it, let me know. If you want to connect, get with me on Facebook, or reach out to me at zach@homesteadrealtyco.com. Again, that's Zach, Z-A-C-H, @homesteadrealtyco.com. Thanks, guys.